Hey, hi, hello, how are you? Welcome to the channel. Sorry that was so close up. My name is Mark. How's getting on today? So overall, last time, the actual feedback for the project, everybody seemed to really enjoy it. However, since last time, and when I say however, I don't mean in a bad way, don't worry, we're still getting this done. I've had some ideas that I think could be quite cool. Instead of just grinding out this project in a day, we could actually do something quite fun with it. We could make it into an actual mini-series inside of the series. So let me explain that a little bit. So basically, all these holes are going to get filled in with another mini biome. That much is pretty clear. I think that much is pretty understood. And in a wee second, I'm going to go around and I'm going to put signs in because I think I've decided which ones they are. However, I like to say however, I'm going to put them in and I'm going to work on these two and possibly this third one. I'm not entirely sure yet. I want feedback because I want to know if I picked good biomes, if you have any idea on how I can actually do them to make them look cool, or if there's just one that I just have completely ignored and I just for some reason haven't thought about. So your feedback would be greatly appreciated. That would be quite cool. Thank you very much. So basically, what I'm saying is, excellent. Now I'm tall. This is great. Where was I? I'm going to put down all the signs. We're going to decide which ones we want. I think I've picked good ones. I hope you agree. However, it has come to my attention that I don't actually have exactly massive amounts of resources for all the different biomes that I want to do. We do have a few extras, but if I use it all here, that chicken just appeared. If I use them all here, then we don't have any left over. Does that make sense? I think that makes sense. So basically, what might be a fun idea to do, and I think it'll make the episodes really entertaining. It'll give us actually something to properly do, look forward to, and actually plan for the next coming episodes. We don't even have to fill them in necessarily in order, seeing as we have all the ideas. My hope is I'll get lucky and it won't look terrible. But anyway, I'm getting off topic. So basically what the idea is, every episode, we just kind of pick 2 or 3 of them and we go, okay, we need to do those today. Let's go and get stuff for them. Why is my game so laggy? So I think that makes sense. And I think that could be quite cool. It could be kind of stupid. I really hope not. I hope you dig it. I hope it could be cool. I'm going to go get some signs and then I think we'll get to it. Ow. Okay, so we're going to try and just rattle these off as quickly as possible. Just reading signs isn't exactly the most thrilling and engaging content, so let's get to it. So, as we've discussed, the Nether Fortress, I think that's pretty self-explanatory. The Basalt Delta is exactly what we've spoken about before. And then wrapping up the Nether ones would be that Soul Soil Delta. The one with all the skeletons just shooting me in the mouth and it just wasn't a fun time had by anyone. Having a bone like here coming up and curling out, so it's like sticking into the ground here. That could look really cool. And that's kind of my idea for the Nether ones. So they're the ones that are self-explanatory. They're the ones that we've spoken about. So I hope they come off right. So I felt the natural progression was obviously going from one other realm to the other. So here we have the end. I have it in brackets obsidian, because I mean, this will be the end, and then we'll have, I've just opened my inventory, and my elytra are about to die. Goodness me, right. Remind me to fix that. Anyway, I'm distracted. The obsidian, I mean the big pedestal towers that you have to shoot the dragon crystals off the top of. We could definitely do something in here, just like a miniature version of it, just have the end stone everywhere and all that kind of jazz. That could be quite cool, as long as I can actually execute it right. So then obviously we have the end, and I mean in the end city, so we would fly through to the other side, we'd get all the purple blocks, all that kind of stuff. We'd build a miniature little city in here, which could be kind of cool. Then we could use the chorus fruit plants. That'll add some height to it, but hopefully we don't have to build it up too high to actually give off the feeling. And this one here is one that it's not a biome, but I think it makes sense. So what if in here we made it look like a stronghold? It's an idea that I thought could look cool, but the execution of it might let it down. It might be hard with the little space and not much actual texture. It might be hard to do, or it might look amazing. I think that one is kind of, I'm reluctant to say in the maybe pile, but I think it has the potential upside to be great, but could also look really kind of naff. Good word. So this is the ice spikes. I've been calling it the ice spires. I was one letter wrong, but here we are. The ice spikes, pretty self-explanatory. We just have it all in ice. We just have a massive spike coming out of the middle of it. It could be quite cool. That one I'm pretty excited for, I can't lie. Then an ocean biome, which I think could look really cool. We just fill it up with water. We could have the kelp, the cucumbers, the coral on the bottom. We'd get some fish, we'd put it in there. I think that one could be really cool, as long as we actually execute it right and I can actually get all the resources for it. The next few, so this one, that one, and that one. I think a few means 3. If it doesn't, then, sue me. I'm not really sold on them for their own separate kind of reasons. Let's start with these, because this one is really up for debate. So this one is obviously the jungle. This is what I was saying before. So obviously the jungle is its own unique biome because different trees. So obviously here, to make it stand out that it is a jungle, we would obviously need to put in some jungle trees. But the jungle trees are obviously huge. I don't want the height of these to really overpower the rest of it. If one stands out because this tree would grow to be 50 feet in the air, whereas the ice spikes biome only comes out 6 or 7 blocks, it's completely disproportionate. Now, that doesn't mean that we can't make our own custom mini jungle trees. And that could still look kind of cool. We could add in all the other stuff. So there's bamboo in jungles. There's the vines. There's the little jungle temple. We could still do that kind of stuff. It could look kind of cool. Upon the same vein, this would be the swamp. I figured that they were the same kind of color palette, but the main thing about a swamp is the discolored water, how gray it is, and all that kind of yucky nonsense. But then again, we could just put in a miniature witch's hut here and grow some really large mushrooms. That sounds mad. So you turn the mushrooms, you bone meal them on a certain type of grass, I think it's the pods, all kind of stuff, and they grow to be really big. That could work. That could look really cool. But again, it might just look kind of stupid. So I really think maybe the jungle and the swamp, if there are better options, they might be easier to go for, but we could make it work. How easy is it to make Shrek in Minecraft? I'm getting distracted. We're going back to the weird one. It wasn't until I literally was writing the sign that something came to me. So this is the Mushroom Island where you get the mushrooms, and it's the one that's covered in all the weird gray kind of purple mycelium, whatever it is. Something tells me if you put down 1 block of mycelium, it spreads. So if we put mycelium in this hole, all of a sudden everywhere around here would be mycelium. So I don't think that's doable. Anyway, right, it's getting dark. I'm gonna sleep. We'll move on to the last 2 holes. Okay, cool, I'll be back. The last 2 are just kind of really self-explanatory. They don't actually need any kind of explanation, hence the you know what I mean? So here is the Badlands. I knew what this biome was, I just didn't know what the actual name was. So the Badlands biome is the biome with the red sand. So I figured having the desert go from like the red into the oasis into the desert, then into a desert but with just the red sand, I think that made perfect sense, which would then lead straight into the mesa biome. A mesa and a Badlands biome are often like close together. You also have like an abandoned mine shaft in the Badlands. You find them above ground and gold ore. So we could do something easily with that. Instead of just having it as the red sand, we could have the gold ore mixed in, which is easy enough because I've still got tons of it. The abandoned mine shafts, we could have it again, make it look like it's going into the actual mountain, so we don't have to worry about actually customizing it, but we do have the entrance of it. Again though, could look kind of bad, but I just did that for the actual color coordination. So these 2 aren't anything special. These 2 are just the kind of the really obvious ones. But I can't exactly say long story short because I've been recording for so long. This episode can't just be the recording, so there might, if at some point something doesn't make sense, it's probably because I've had to edit this down so we can actually go do stuff, because I don't want this whole 10-minute episode to be me explaining the premise and then the next episode is when we actually started. Know what I mean? However, with that being said, let me have a quick look. Done that. Then the next one says, then set off resource gathering. It's time to go, ladies and gentlemen. No, it's not, because I need to tell you what this little project is called. I'm an idiot. I'll be back. So this little project is what's going to be known as Mending Magic's Heart. Right? A bit dramatic, a bit over the top. However, it rolls off the tongue. Sounds quite cool. And it is technically correct. That's the best type of correct. Now, I'm going to go clean up my inventory. I'm going to get ready to go. You ain't going to have to deal with anything else unless something horrific happens and like for some reason I've just set up a load of TNT in my house. Next time we'll see is me going through the nether portal. Does that sound good? I think it sounds great. I'll see you in a second. All right, okay, so we're back. I think I'm ready to go. Oh, that's a funny sound. I think I have everything I need. I kind of hope I do anyway. Now, I'm going to be completely honest. I'll be the first one to admit it. That explanation was way too long. We were like 8 or 9 minutes into the episode. That got cut down from about 12 to 13 minutes. What you just saw was in fact the short version. I'm very sorry, but at least now, hopefully in the future, I don't need to explain anything, so everything should be taken care of, so it will just be fun from this point on. That makes sense. Anyway, we're in the nether now. I'm getting hungry. Let's go on an adventure. So I'm not even anywhere near yet, but I stopped and we started doing some refreshing. Now we have a fully repaired set of armor and the pickaxe is just looking, well, a bit healthier than it was. So that's what the nether's good for. Just go mine some quartz. You'll be fine. You'll have the time of your life. Now next stop, the fortress. It's probably really stupid. I'm thinking about just trying to glide down there. Hi there. And how did you... Oi. You can't just not explode. That's rude. Shame. Could have used that gunpowder. Oh well, let's try and glide in, shall we? I'm feeling dangerous. I tell you what's really annoying. I flew in and I just straight up forgot to record it. Nailed it first time, right? Straight through the window, like, oh, whoosh, right? No bother at all, right? It wasn't even that hard. They certainly weren't there. Okay. So realistically, I'm not actually here for anything. This is such a funny angle. Can you... That's so rude, sir. That is so rude. Well, that makes up for it. Okay, so as I was saying, I'm not actually really here for anything because I'm just gonna collect all this stuff so we can actually build something with it. So I'll need to grab some nether wart and all that kind of jazz. I was about to say, but it won't be a bad thing if we have to kill wither skeletons because we might get a skull, and then that happened. Let's make it 2 for 2. Okay. That's so rude. I generally can't lie, I had forgotten about these guys, and it's kind of annoying that they're actually here, you know? And that's because I actually, for once, have something I want to talk about. I was really looking forward to just being able to dig up this mine. Nope, not this mine fortress. You can't even see me, I'm covered in bones. I was really looking forward to just digging up. I can't speak, I'm terrified. I was looking forward to digging up this fortress and then just talking to you. But if I'm out here fighting for my life, that's not exactly ideal, is it? Why are you jumping in the fire? Come here, my guy. Am I hearing thunder in the nether? That's not allowed. Oh, how did you hit me? Who hit me there? Okay, so as I begin to... Oh, that's just straight outside. Who are you? Oh, by the way, I got another wither skull. Everyone's happy. Are you angry? You appear to be angry. You're not angry at me, are you? People just leave me alone. I am actually begging. I'm just trying to create some content here. That's actually such a stupid idea. Something just comes along and bumps me off the edge. What are you playing at, you idiot? So, I've been asked to join a server. I think I would really want to do it. I think it would be really beneficial for my channel. I think I would really enjoy doing it. Are you at... I have nothing against you. Just... stay out of my way. Okay. Where were these spawning numbers when I was looking for the skeletons? Are you actually dumb? Stay out of my life. So I've been asked to join a server. I think I want to do it. It seems like a good move. At the very least, it's something I would very much like to try. Now, for starters, I know for a fact that I would be doing about 2 videos a week on it. Or also, I would be streaming it from time to time. So when I said before that I was looking to get back into streaming and I was talking about streaming Call of Duty, I would feel not better per se, but I think being on a server is so much better for streaming than being in a single player world. There's other people running around. It's a lot more community driven. That was completely pointless. I just think that makes a lot more sense. You 100% might disagree. That's completely fine. And if you don't like the ideas of servers, my honest opinion currently, I don't know why I said opinion, it's my honest idea, would be to make videos on the server. It would be a fresh start. It would be completely fresh content. There'd be other people there. There'd be a lot to do. There'd be collabs. It could be really cool. But then I would still be making videos on this server in my single player world of finishing this project, starting new projects, just not as often as I am now. We're about to hit the 50 episode mark, so we've at least been doing this for a very long time, and when we did start the actual world, it's not like I started fresh, so it's not the worst idea in the world. I really do think it could be a good idea. So I'm looking to finalizing that. That's actually why I never mentioned it earlier, but the explanation, obviously, for this episode was quite long. But then in between filming that and filming me coming into the nether, there was a space of about 6 hours from when I actually got the DM to talking it over to the person that owns the server, things that would be expected of me, things I would expect of them, then talking to people whose opinion that I appreciate and that I would listen to, and everybody really seems to think it is a good idea. So I do think I'm going to go for it. So hopefully sometime starting soon, you can start beginning to see content from me from a server. I just thought I'd let you guys know. It's quite a big deal. You should be the first to know. Anyway, let's get back to destroying some walls, shall we? Right, these spawn rates are just not right. They look like they just split into like 3 people. I remember when I went looking for all the wither skulls, and because we were taking out like 4 withers in one episode, it took me a very, 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 very long time to actually get stuff done. But here I have 4 wither skulls. Are you actually dumb? I've been here for 5 minutes, right? I've just turned around and 2 of them have spawned behind me. Like, what's actually happening with these spawn rates? So we have loads of bricks, and then the bricks can obviously be turned into the stairs, which can be can they be turned into another brick fence? It actually can't. Can you make fences? I can't remember. Anyway, I've got about a stack of them. That should honestly be enough. Is this where I came in? Is my bridge up there? Yes, it is. Excellent. Right. Yeehaw. Let's go. That was so, why, like, you know when things should, you know when things should be scary? Like that, I just walked off and I just flew. I completely just didn't think about it, so it just didn't terrify me. If I'd thought about what I was doing, I probably wouldn't have done that so quickly. Can you just leave me alone, please? I'm asking so nicely. Right, come on. Come on. Yeah, look, right? Look what happens to you. Exactly. Why is there nether? How is there nether on my bridge? Let's just have a wee stop in before we continue, because it's been a wee while since we've been over here. And it's kind of cool. Honey, I'm home. I can't remember the last time I was here. I'm about 90% sure I must have been here since like the start of my Let's Play, but I honestly can't remember if I have or I haven't. So if you haven't seen this before, welcome to my home away from home, my risen ocean monument base. And I think it is pretty class, if you ask me. I'm incredibly proud of how this turned out. It is ludicrous. It is absolutely insane. It's pretty much my pride and joy. Not gonna lie to you, it's pretty great. There's a llama in that tree. So I'm not gonna lie, I have kind of stopped in here because, well, I'm kind of running out of time for this episode. There's a lot of things that caused it. One, I was kind of busy yesterday, so I wasn't able to record. Today, then, my explanation just... Can you be quiet, please? My explanation was just so drawn out because I wanted to actually explain what I wanted to do without it sounding like a bad idea. So I think I probably over-explained things when I didn't need to, and it took up a lot more time. And then I lost a lot of the day while trying to work out if I wanted to join a server or not. So now we've only got one of the pit stops done. So basically what I'm going to say is next time we're going to start off the episode right away by going straight back through the portal. We're going to go find a delta. We're going to go find the soil place and the bones and all that. We'll gather that up, and then I think we'll spend next episode building it. Then I'm gonna let you guys decide which next biomes we go for. But I think there's a lot that needs to be discussed in the comments today. Do you think joining the server is a good idea? I really hope you do, and I really hope you'll still be as supportive of it. I hope that you have a few ideas of what I can build for the heart, and I really hope that you do like the idea and the kind of overall feel that I'm actually going for with this project. It's definitely more of a sudden ending than I was expecting, because just the whole day just got away from me. I really thought I was dedicated for the whole day to get ready, but then I also didn't realize I had recorded an 8-minute explanation of my whole plan, and then even cutting it down, that was about as good as I could get. So here we are. As always, if you have enjoyed the episode, please feel free to leave a like. They help get my videos noticed. They make me feel like you are really enjoying the content. They make me feel warm and fuzzy on the inside. It's a win-win-win. You can't complain. If you would like to see more of the content, we have a whole almost 50 episode series in a playlist up on the channel. You can subscribe for more. In the future, you'll still see this world. Hopefully in the future you will be seeing some server SMP, and then who knows in the future. I really do want to try and expand into other gaming content, but we'll see what happens when it happens. Does that sound good? I think that sounds pretty great. So having said that, and with that being said, I hope you stay out of trouble, don't do anything I wouldn't do, and I will see yous laters.